Hi moms! So for the year 2024, these are 7 things you need to stop doing. My name is Evelyn, I'm a registered midwife, and this is Midwife's Diary. On Midwife's Diary, we talk about everything maternal and newborn care. So if these are the kind of contents you're interested in, please consider subscribing to the channel. Let's get into the video. Okay, so number 1 on my list is stop putting hot water in the holes in your baby's heads. Like, these are fontanels. We have the anterior fontanel, we have the posterior fontanel. I made a video explaining in total about how these things work and when the fontanels are going to close by themselves. I'm going to leave the link to this video in the description box below, so make sure you go and watch it. Number 2, stop using toothpaste for cord care. Like either the red ones, the yellow ones, the white ones, the green ones. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. Stop using it. I mean, I don't know how many times I'm going to say this, but the cord is a very delicate part of your baby's body, and any form of infection that gets into your baby's cord goes directly into the system of your baby, or let me say the body of your baby, and this can go a long way to affect the health of your baby. So please stop using toothpaste for cord care. Number 3, stop applying chlorhexidine twice. Like, chlorhexidine is supposed to be applied once a day. I met one woman so she was telling me when she came, the baby's cord was infected, and then I asked her, like, what have you been using for your baby's cord? And she's like, oh, it's the chlorhexidine that you gave me when I was going home. I'm like, okay, so how many times have you been applying? And she said, oh, I even just applied it, like when it's like it wipes off, I reapply it again. So she has applied like 5 times in a day already. Like, I mean, chlorhexidine is supposed to be applied only once, and chlorhexidine will provide your baby's cord with 24-hour protection. And when you apply it on the cord, you're supposed to leave it for it to dry up and then work on the cord. So the more you apply it on it, because it's a gel, it's going to make the cord wet all the time, giving room for infections. So your baby's cord will not be falling off. You're applying the chlorhexidine, and yes, you'll be wondering why. So please stop applying chlorhexidine so many times. Just apply it once. Fourthly, you should know this by now, stop putting diapers on your baby's cord. I've been preaching this, I've been saying this. Stop putting diapers on top of your baby's cord when the cord is not off. Even when the cord falls off, you have to wait for the stump to completely heal, and you know that there's no wound in there before you can be covering your baby's navel with the diapers. Else there's going to be a lot of heat applied to it and all of that. I've explained it better in my video called Care Part 1 and then Part 2. I'm going to leave the links in the description box below for you to have access to it. And number 5, stop giving your babies enemas, whether in the form of preparations like concoctions or hot water. Like stop doing that. Stop doing that. Even adults, we are advocating that adults stop doing that. So please, you know, the person who is advising you to do that, I always say this, when it gets worse, when it gets complicated, the person will not be there. Like, we know what we've been seeing. I think from December till now, there's been a lot of cases of these things. Please, when they come, usually the baby's abdomen will be distended. There will be secretions, like greenish secretions, some black. I mean, please, stop giving your babies enemas. People give these preparations to the babies orally as well. So baby say, oh, mesani bi, and I mesani mani bi no muye, and then I know on to me pupu. I mean, come on, stop doing that. 2024, sweetheart, stop doing that. Number 6, stop over diluting your baby's formula. Stop over diluting it. Okay, so first 6 months, we advocate that your baby is supposed to exclusively take the breast milk. I know after the 6 months, you're going to start introducing additional feed, and you are likely to buy a baby formula for your baby. So for any feed that you buy, when you take the container, the description is written on it. If you cannot read, ask the person who is selling it to you to give you the instructions, or let someone who can read out the instructions to you. So let's say if you take a full scoop of the spoon in the container, let's say maybe you add 30 mils, let's say maybe you add 60 mils, it is indicated by the person, the manufacturer. It is indicated, the instructions are over there. And what you say is that we are either over diluting it or we are under diluting it. So obi o hobe to my na fe obi to my na fe you say a adrenaline p thick so much. At the end of the day, the baby will be having constipation. Something will do it and then over dilute it. At the end of the day, the baby will not be having anything. So please and please and please read the instructions and go by it. And after giving your baby the feed, make sure that you give the baby water. Always make sure that you give the baby water, else your baby will get constipated. Make sure that you give the baby water, and the water that you are giving the baby. So we are talking about a baby who is after 6 months, not a baby less than 6 months. And the water you're giving your baby, you should make sure that it is sterile water. Do we get it? I've made a video talking about the complementary feeds and introducing feeds to your baby, the kind of foods you can introduce to your baby, and the transitioning and all of that. I'm going to leave the link in the description box below so that you're going to have access to it. And then number 7, stop. Stop giving your baby formula feeds after you prepare this for over 1 hour. So let's say you prepare the feed for your baby is not able to eat everything, and then you keep it there, and the baby will sleep. The baby wake up 2 hours, 3 hours later, and go and take back the feed again. Let's say you didn't even keep it in the fridge, just kept it there at normal room temperature and give it back to your fridge. Please, for artificial feeds, when you prepare it after 1 to 2 hours, it has gone bad, you don't reuse it. So you always make sure that you prepare the quantity that your baby can take. So that's why I said read the instructions by the manufacturer. Then you know that, oh, okay, my baby can take half cup. Then if I'm doing half cup, maybe a half scoop, or maybe this amount of water, then add it, then you prepare it. If your baby is able to take everything, you get it. So you know how much your baby takes, and then you prepare according to that. If your baby is not able to take everything, 1 to 2 hours, it has gone bad, please don't give it to your baby again. Okay, and I know that usually we, the working mothers, we are at fault of these things, because sometimes probably we could mix these formulas down and then give it to a caretaker to be given to our babies whilst we are away. Please educate the person, enlighten the person about these things. It's the health of your baby, and it's very important to all of us. So please take notes, and then let's make sure that we do the right thing. So because you watch this video to the end, I'm going to throw in the last one for you. That is number 8. So for number 8, this is something I'm very passionate about. Stop taking local oxytocin. Stop taking local oxytocin. That is what I mean. I think for every culture and every locality, we have some sort of herbs, some sort of preparations that we prepare indigenously to help women in labor, to ease the labor for them and all of that. I mean, we have been using these things since time immemorial, even before I was born. So, but for things that are not regulated, there are lots of good and a lot of bad that comes along with it. I've seen women die because of these things. You see, this is what taking local oxytocin, let me say awomedro, sometimes does. So this awomedro can cause your uterus, or let me say your womb, to contract heavily. These intense uterine contractions can actually lead to uterine rupture, your womb can, for lack of a better word, burst. A bit mapai, one would be a bit mapai, and that can cause APH, antepartum hemorrhage, if you've not given birth already. So I mean, stop doing that. You put your life at risk, you put the life of your baby at risk. You can also cause fetal distress because of the intense contractions and the pressure that will be on your womb, the placenta and everything. It can even cut off the supply of oxygen to the baby in your womb. So your life and the life of your baby is at risk here. So please and please and please, the fact that woman A took it and nothing happened, you don't know what's happening in the labor room. You don't know the kind of resuscitation we had to do for the baby to survive. You have no idea. And trust me, when someone goes through such an experience, the person won't come back and tell you in the house. They'll be like, oh, okay, she took it and then this happened. I remember one woman was saying, she gave her child that when the labor started, the labor pain started, she gave her child the local oxytocin, and then when she brought the child to the hospital, the midwife asked her, I said, oh, movie saw me say, Mama na draw, me say, Debbie, Mama na draw. I mean, come on. I'm going to make a detailed video on this. I'm going to make a detailed video on this. But I mean, these are the 8 things I think you should stop doing for the year 2024 as madness. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you pick 1 or 2 from this video. Please like, share, leave a comment in the comment section below. Until I come your way next time, this is still Midwife's Diary, and as you know, we are walking the talk of motherhood. Bye.